Hey friends, welcome to Social Videos. My name is Joan and happy Halloween! Halloween season is upon us and today I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm going to be dressing up as for Halloween this year. I'm actually going with something pretty basic. I'm going to be dressing up as a fairy and I want to show you guys how I'm putting together my costume and what the final look is going to be. For my costume this year, it's going to be a mix of DIY stuff and stuff I already have, just something that's pretty easy to put together but still kind of innovative. So not all of it's going to be from scratch. I do have a dress that I'm basing it off of. I'm going to be buying my wings, but I am going to be making a DIY flower crown and some DIY jewelry to go with the costume. I'll also be figuring out a makeup look and just putting it all together in this video. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you guys are going to be for Halloween. It's always nice to kind of see what people are dressing up for the year and also get some ideas. And with that, let's just get on with the video. So I'm first going to start off by making my flower crown. So here I've got some dollar store bought fake flowers and some aluminum bendable wire. Also, if you need a description of materials, it'll be listed down below. I'm also going to be using a glue gun, pliers, and scissors. And so for the wire, I just got this at my local craft store. You kind of want something that's easily bendable but not easily breakable, ideally. I'm just going to take it and wrap it around my head and kind of measure how long I want my flower crown to be so it fits perfectly around my head. I'm just making sure that it sits nicely on my head, not too tight but not too loose either, and kind of making a bend where I'm going to cut the wire. And next I'm just going to round the wire just so it fits nicely around my head, almost in a perfect circle. And again, I'm going to kind of mark off where the circle kind of closes on my head and make sure that there's leftover wire sticking out. And now we're going to move on to attaching the fake flowers. So these I just got at my local dollar store, and I realized that cutting the fake flowers was actually much harder than I thought it was going to be, so I kind of just resorted to my next plan, which was to tear them right off. Also, the flowers were pretty easy to just pull off the stem, so I kind of used both methods. Turns out that pulling the flowers with their stems seems like a good idea since I could actually use the wire to wrap it around my flower crown. So as you see here, I'm just kind of looping it around the wire that I have and just making sure that it's bending and staying close to the wire as possible. And I'm just gonna interweave the two flower colors that I have and kind of wrap them once again just around the wire. And just to make sure I like how it looks so far, I'm just gonna try it on and just make sure where any blank spots are, I'm gonna put flowers to kind of replace that. My goal is to not really see the wire when I'm done with the flower crown. And I'm just gonna use my pliers to help bend and wrap the wire stems around. And I'm just going to keep doing this all the way around the flower crown. I thought it was a bit easier to first curl these stems and then slowly weave them onto the flower crown. It just helped keep everything in place. And I basically did that with all the flowers that had stems. Looking pretty good so far. Obviously there's still that front section, and I'm also going to just use some hot glue to kind of glue down the flowers so that they're not kind of pointing in wild directions and just making sure that they stick on the flower crown properly. And then to fill in the blank spots, I'm going to start gluing on the flowers that I pulled off with no stem and basically just attach those onto the flower crown as well. Once I'm happy with the flower placement, I'm going to take the ends that are still sticking out of the original flower crown wire and just wrap it around the stems and the rest of the wire to make a perfect circle. And moment of truth, there you have it, that's the flower crown done. Next up, I wanted to make some accessories to go with my costume, and I saw this on TikTok and I decided to try it. They're basically these paperclip rings that I feel like are pretty easy to make, so let's give it a shot. I have these rose gold paper clips. I'm just going to take one of the normal sized ones, unfold it, and again using pliers if I need help on bending it. The first ring I'm going to make is going to have loops on either end. So I'm going to take the end of the wire with my pliers and kind of loop the wire around the end of the pliers to make a loop. And I'm going to do that to both ends of the wire, swirling or looping in different directions. And so you could just use your hand to bend it around your finger, but I also used a marker just to make it easier. And that right there is the first ring done. Next, I'm going to try to make a ring with heart shapes. And so first I'm just going to straighten out the wire just to make it easier to handle and work out the kinks from the original paperclip shape, and start making a heart shape with one end of the paperclip. To do this, you can either use your fingers or just the pliers to kind of make the two top curves of the heart so that the last end of the wire or the end of the heart points downwards towards the other end. Try to make the curves of your heart as even as you can, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Once again, I'm just going to use a marker to make the shape around my fingers. And there we have it, the heart-shaped paperclip rings. Last but not least, I'm going to take one of the jumbo paper clips and kind of make a swirly ring that kind of goes up my finger. So for this, I'm again using the marker and just kind of twisting upwards in a spiral with both ends sticking out. I didn't want it to poke into my fingers, so I just did the loop/swirl method from the first ring we made. And once again, I just did that to both ends. Also, to help the rings fit on my finger, I kind of molded it with the pliers/my hands while wearing it so that it actually fit the size that I wanted. And with that, we're basically done with the paperclip rings. The last thing I'll have to make to complete my costume is the makeup look. Forget the fact that I look bald to start off with. I'm just going to do a basic makeup routine. So I'm just going to start off with some primer, get my foundation, do my brows, do some eyeliner, and then do my eyeshadow. I kind of had two ideas in mind, which one was to match it with the color of my dress, which is blue, which is a scary color, so I just went with the colors that I had to kind of do a natural shimmery look. And since I'm really bad at makeup, I also just use some micellar water to kind of clean up my lines. And just to add to the shimmeriness, I'm gonna add some highlighter underneath my eyes and kind of in the inner corners and wing area. And now we get to the fun part where I get to add glitter and rhinestones to the basic makeup look. So I'm just gonna use some eyelash glue, and to start off with the glitter, I don't really know what I'm doing. But I'm first going to start off with just gluing where I want the glitter to go and patting on the glitter with a brush. Also, I realized I forgot blush, so just adding that on. I want a bit of a rosy, natural look, so just putting it all over. And continue with my glitter. I wanted to do these swirly, elegant shapes, so I'm just drawing that out and doing the same thing to both sides and patting on the glitter with my fingers. And same with the blush, I'm just not being shy with the glitter at all. And next, I'm going to be using the rhinestones that I got from the dollar stores. I'm going to be using these silver ones and then this blue and green one that matches with the color aesthetic. So this is where you can kind of get creative to where you want your gems to go and how you want to orient everything. I just kind of did what I was feeling in the moment, and I also got inspiration just by searching up rhinestone makeup looks. And to finish it off, I'm just going to use this kind of a color changing lip balm that I have, and then top it off with some lip gloss. And last but not least, we've got the eyelashes. Now, I'm scared of using falsies, but I do have this heroin mascara that makes my Asian lashes literally, they're just literally the best. They make them look so volumized and so lengthened. This is not sponsored, but I just love it so much. Like, look at that difference, that's crazy. And with that, that's basically the makeup look done. Paired with the flower crown, I think it's already a look, and we're one step closer to getting the costume put together. Okay, now that I've got this whole makeup situation done with, I've got my flower crown, I've got some accessories, so I'm actually going to put on some earrings as well. I've got these like moonstone earrings that I think would look really nice. And then of course the actual costume, which is this blue kind of ruched dress that I have. I actually got this from Cider, which is in one of my previous videos. I wanted to wear this for Halloween and then I made the fairy costume around it because I think it's just very fitting and I need an excuse to wear this gorgeous thing. So I'll be putting this on. And now we've got the dress on. So to finish off the look, we're gonna put on the accessories, the flower crown, and also, of course, a fairy can't be a fairy without its wings, so I'll also put that on as well. And last but not least is the flower crown. Ooh! Is it the look? Is it the look? Are we done? Oh my gosh. I'm a fairy! Let me just fly over real quick. Honestly, this is probably my best turned out Halloween costume I've ever done. I mean, I look like a fairy, right? We got, of course, the paperclip accessories. We've got the moonstone earrings, fairy crown, wings, and last but not least, the dress. Oh yes, that's a fairy right there. Let me do 360, you know? I get to spin. I need to like practice looking like elegant. Woo! Is that elegant? I don't think fairies fly like this. I think they use this.